Get Caleb doing
All
things.
righty. You want me to go first? All right. So, Brittany, I'll do yours
Sure.
first.
Okay, let me pull mine up.
I
All right.
made comments. Let me pull it
Yeah.
up as well. Um,
Thanks for that. I struggled with this one, I'm not gonna lie.
no, I
So
thought it was great. The only place I put comments, I didn't know, should you, and this y'all can tell me, do you capitalize Google?
I don't know, probably.
I would probably.
I
Okay.
would. I mean, they'll tell you to change it, I guess.
Okay. I need to go through and change that. You're probably right on that, by the way.
And then the only other thing I think I made a comment was the name when you said Angela Russell. I
Mhm.
just know in task one, I put teachers' names and they made me change it.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know because I did like a direct quote from her. Like I did it 2 times. And so I didn't know like with quotes if you had to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you might be right then. I don't know.
Okay.
Um, but that was really the only ones that I had, or the only things I made comments about. I
Okay.
said that there was lots of visuals and data to support your document. Love the leadership because you had teacher feedback and great representation of the research that followed that. And then I said your research and data was logical and clearly presented. So great job.
Okay. Thanks.
You may go ahead and go do the next one.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So Barry, I did yours as well. I made comments. Like the first one on the first page, you can kind of see where they are, but like that to me was just a long sentence and I kind of got lost. I had to read it several times. So maybe split that into 2 sentences.
Okay.
On the classroom walkthrough data, I put show an example of the checklist, which I'm sure you probably did in task one. So I just didn't know if you were referring to it again.
It's that one in Appendix A. It's just stating that again.
Okay. Okay. I made some comments like spacing. When you talk about 1-to-1, I just know in our building we do the 1:1.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's something. I don't know if that's just something that our district does, or if that needs that as well. For APA, I did not realize. Do you need to put the page and the paragraph and all that?
Um, yeah, because this task one, he like written me a new one, and I had my high school English teacher read over it. I went back to
Uh-huh.
her. I was like, I'm desperate. I need some help, and suggested that I do that for the APA style. So
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
for certain articles that you need, not everything needs the paragraph, but for certain articles you do
Okay.
from the book.
And then I just had one more comment. The sentence, I don't know if you were talking about like have, maybe reword that one a little bit.
The
While
students,
teachers feel like they have, maybe. Where I'm typing.
where are you at? Oh,
I'm on page.
while teachers feel like they have ample time.
Like I just added have. Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I guess that was it. I'll resolve the other one so you don't see it coming up.
Okay.
And that's all I had. Great job.
All right. I can go because I've got Barry and then Caleb, so we can finish up with Barry. If you're good.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go through your paper and then I'll do mine. I have a few things, like a few grammatical ones. You can look at that because I wasn't really sure. But I think my first one comment. Let me see where it is. So at the bottom of, let's see what paragraph is it. It's like second page, I believe. You talk about classroom gaps that allow students to submit answers to questions without having to raise their hand to respond. Maybe giving an example of like what you saw in the class. So, I saw this example. Let's see. I think the other one was another grammatical, like just a sentence structure. I just didn't read when I read through it the first couple of times. It just kind of stopped me. So I'll give you an example. like in some classes that were using small group instruction and centers, collaboration was not always occurring. And I kind of changed that. You can look at the comments if you wanted to do that.
Okay.
I did not understand under results-oriented professional development. I highlighted a section. But really, yeah, where you are now, that whole sentence, I don't really understand it. Like the principal set aside time for the PLCs, but why students need access to them. That's the part that I didn't understand. And that was just when I was reading, I didn't really understand. Like, I got your PLC time and needing professional
These are
development.
their higher order questions.
What?
It's just instead of just saying here is our essential question or our I can statement, putting it where the student can go back to it and reference to it. That's what that was meaning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. And I think my only other observation, I made one comment on it, but it, or a couple times, is I love that you used quotes in your paper. Like you did a lot of research. I didn't do that as well, and you did a great job. But sometimes your quotes are kind of just like thrown in there.
Okay.
So maybe like introduce them a little bit. Those are my other two comments, were just about quotes. But I would go back and look at a couple of them. Sometimes when I was reading it, I just feel like your quotes were just in there. And I don't know if that's a grammatical. I was always taught to introduce them, but there were a couple times I kind of felt like they were just like popped in there. They're great quotes and they supported it, but maybe making it flow a little bit better.
All right.
For your paper, let me pull up my thing. You did all the requirements, you addressed them, everything. I liked how you included research to back up your observations. That was definitely one of your strengths, and maybe introducing them would help. And then you did a great job of showing leadership, especially like doing your walkthroughs and your data points. Strong leadership there. And I didn't notice any APA mistakes.
All right.
Caleb, let me pull yours up. Made some comments in the sections for you. Sorry, it's pulling up right now. I think a lot of it, you address the 5 areas, and then I know you just incorporate your walkthroughs and your data once everyone gets back to school from the flu. That will definitely help your leadership. That's when it's not addressed, but you can't address it yet because people have been out with the flu. So just go back and add that. And then some of my comments on your paper now that's loaded. Well, my computer just froze. It's got a little swirly thing on it. Sorry. I'm frozen up on Caleb's paper, so if y'all want to, like, it's not moving at all. Oh, wait. There we go. Now it is. Okay. Paragraph 1. Or after the building efficacy and empowerment. Caleb, you have a quote that says, "Don't focus on talent, focus on effort."
Yeah.
Great quote. It just doesn't flow with your sentence. Like it goes into that sentence, it just didn't flow really well.
Okay.
Then under it, this is when students feel empowered in the classroom as well as teachers. You might not need as well as teachers because you've already stated that at the very beginning. And I think the other ones were just like, and I commented one time, like, great job to research, just add in your walkthroughs and your surveys. And then I think you'll be pretty good. Y'all both, Barry and Kelly, y'all did a lot more than I did. So I think you're good. Yep.
I'll go next. I'll start
Thank
with
you.
Blair. Blair, you had a really well written paper. You covered everything that the task was asking for. Your data was fluid throughout until you work with your teachers closely, and you have a lot of input into this information with your position at your school. There's a few things. I had to open yours in a document, not on a Google Doc. So I'll send it to you with things that I highlighted. There's just a few things. When you got down to the image 1, where the picture of the teacher and the student, right above it where you're introducing that image, it says image 1 shows an image of the teacher working. It sounds kind of repetitive.
Okay.
I would change that to image 1 shows and take out an image of just the teacher working with the student through a question.
Okay. Yeah.
Down below that, a couple sentences, it says the lesson observed was 1 lecture based, but the teacher. The wording there was kind of funny.
Okay.
I think he just was typing faster than you were thinking or whatever, or thinking faster than you were typing. And then through that same sentence, I don't know if that's supposed to be the word participate, because I looked that word up that's there, and it is a real word. I just didn't know if that was.
Oh, yeah, no, I see it. Yep.
So that one word there. I looked at yours and Brittany's just to kind of look at how everybody was doing theirs and stuff. I don't know if they'll come back and tell us that we can't use images with the students' faces in it, just for legal issues.
I asked that question,
Uh-huh.
and I mean, from a girl that I know that did this program, and she said she was able to, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything.
Right. And I know from my county standpoint, they're big on not throwing the students' faces out there unless it's related to school system stuff, and we still have to be very careful. So that would be my only question, and I guess that would be a Bullis question to ask too, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah.
I think I asked my county, and I think ours was they sound like they can a waiver to use their pictures or not, and so I just make sure my kids are. Anyone I use the waiver's been
Right. Yeah, we have a waiver too. I just know that covers school system stuff, so I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I was just,
My image is now actually on all the report to the community, so it's worldwide, as Pitbull would say.
Right. The other thing that I found is the end of the paragraph above teacher leadership and decision making.
Wait a minute.
It's at the very top of the page of page 6.
Uh-huh.
It's that new sentence where it says formal evaluations for initiation teachers. Do you call them initiation teachers or initial teachers?
Wait a minute. Where is that? Let me find it.
The top of page 6, where it starts that new sentence.
Yeah, I'm on page 6. So which sentence again? I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
Where it starts with formal evaluations for initiation. Is it supposed to be initiation or initial or something else? I don't know. Your county, your state might call it something different. I don't know.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, it should be initial. Yep.
And that was basically it. Just those small little things.
Okay, thank you.
But it was very well written, and I enjoyed reading it.
Thank you.
All right. Am I up?
Oh wait, I gotta do you now, Caleb. Sorry.
You gotta do me now, right?
Let me find it.
Sorry. My internet is kicking on and off, so sorry.
That's
I
usually.
didn't know where you were at.
Your introduction. There's some little things I left there. You wrote staff chosen. I highlighted it. It might sound better coming off saying chosen by the staff. Just the wording sounds a little bit better. You might read it and think you know what you're trying to say. And then
I agree with what you say there.
Okay. And then down in the next part, I just highlighted some words that I get what your wording says. It may just come off a little bit better with the words that I threw in there to make a little bit of adjustment to make the sentence flow better. The biggest thing is having your data from what you're still working on to support everything, to back it up. I mean, you have sources in there to back up each section, which work really well and make it stronger. So, I mean, it's a good start. Just completing it would make it better. But other than that, that's
All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Thanks, Barry.
Yep.
So I've got Blair and Brittany. Brittany, everything looks really, really good. I just saw one thing. It's your professional development paragraph.
Okay.
It's the first sentence. It says, during observations, the candidate realized the need for more professional development in two main areas.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they want you to spell the word two out or not.
Okay.
You did. You did the number. That's the only thing I saw. I don't know if they'll have you change that or not.
I'll go ahead and change it. Thanks.
But yeah, I don't know how they would want that done. Your graphs and everything flow really, really well. You did a good job with your tables. You did a good job with the format on those, your tables, and then your charts. I messed up on that last time. I noticed throughout the paper, like, Google is giving a lot of suggestions on, like, words.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't change those because everything makes sense if you follow me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like it says walkthroughs, but I'm pretty sure that's in our syllabus spelled out as walkthroughs. So,
yeah.
I mean, like I said, I wouldn't change any of that. It all makes sense.
Okay.
And that's the verbiage that we use. So I don't know.
Okay.
And then Blair, let me get to yours. Really good job with your quotes. Really good job incorporating everything. I like the way it's written. It makes sense. It's not boring. If you follow me.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And I don't see anything wrong. I mean, there's a whole lot of information there, so I
Okay.
like it.
Thank you very much.
I didn't see anything grammatically or anything like that. And your citations look good. So
Thank you.
that's all I got.
All right, I'm going to stop recording. Anything else for the good of the group with the Zoom session?